We're here with Elliot Pilcher, hydraulics engineer with Alinghi Red Bull Racing. Out today on the AC75, short stints, lots of stopping and starting today. What was going on?
We had a pretty strict plan we were trying to follow today around what the goals were, what we wanted to tick off and achieve throughout the day. So it was really small targeted sections of sailings, debriefs, another targeted section of sailing, another debrief, and that was sort of project for the day. So
can you tell us what some of those objectives were?
I can't, sorry.
So what are the biggest issues that you're usually dealing with?
In the hydraulic system or the boat in general?
The hydraulic system.
Well, it's just the upkeep of the boat and the development of the boat, the crossover of the two, is always the challenge. So we're every day trying to develop the boat, trying to develop the hardware, the logic, learning from the boat, learning from the sailors, learning ourselves. So it's, that whole cycle was, it's the America's Cup.
Can you tell us how you work with engineers developing the logic and the sailors at the same time, and how you integrate everything together?
Yeah, that's basically the learning process that we all go through as a team, between the feedback that comes from the guys off the water directly back to us, then what we learn through looking at the boat live, through data analysis and through just use of the system, and then what the software guys can produce and what they're able to do is kind of closes the loop. We learn, they learn, we give feedback to each other and discuss what's possible and come up with the concepts that go into the boat.
So you've been playing around with main sheet systems. What's the difference between the old and the new hydraulic main sheet systems? Why are you going back and forth? We've seen you with two different systems this week.
It's all part of development, going back and forth, trying new things, learning from the old, learning from the new, seeing what's different between the two and what works well, what we need to change. So having the two different systems gives us the ability to chop and change. We can change one, test the other.
Do any of your controls initiate once loads exceed certain values?
If loads exceed certain values, then things have got to ease for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of safety features in the boat that stop it from being overloaded. You want to be as close to the limit as possible, but you don't want to go over the limit. So the whole boat is full of that kind of feature everywhere.
Can you give us an example of a fail-safe response?
The main sheet is a classic, where if now that they've taken the backstays out of these boats, the main sheet is a very critical function. It's the only thing holding up that and the sail hold up the mast aft, basically. With the rigging, of course, but if that gets overloaded or was to fail because it overloads, then you risk to lose the mast or risk to do some serious damage. So the load limit on the main sheet has to be really strictly maintained, and the guys always want to keep it there at the limit, but you can never,
And what is the load limit?
I can't tell you that, sorry.
Elliot, thank you for your time.
No worries.